Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, then we're going to look at XRP. So XRP, actually we'll start with Bitcoin obviously, you might as well do. So this is the RSI breakout here, following from the bullish divergence that got its final tick here, which was where we basically had a candle body close just below the $46,000 zone, which again, you know, it's just something I was saying on that video a few days ago, one tick away from the bottom, and it's basically explaining that bullish divergence. And what we should expect from it, and this is what we've got so far. It's not a full breakout, but it is a good reaction, so it doesn't necessarily have to continue. We are below a lot of resistance here, but the RSI, money flow index, and MACD are all snaking up as well. And if we look at where we're getting rejected from right this very moment, we got a support on the center of the Bollinger Band, which is facing down, so that's good, but it's also, you know, not majorly bullish. We want that to at least be horizontal, if not snaking up. But we get rejected from the 21 exponential and the 200 exponential, and we're still within the accumulation range, which is all the way down from 40,000 all the way up to 49,500. So it's not the full breakout yet, but it has been a good reaction from the bullish divergence, and that's what that video is about. Now, if we think about, I spoke about this yesterday, I've spoken about it a few times. But if we do this, which is a measured move from the breakdown, and we think about that in terms of consolidation or accumulation, because this is consolidation, I suppose. That would point to roughly the end of this month, so 28th, 29th. We will not just say, you know, we're going to break out on the 28th or 29th, but that's when this range should have resolved, and we'll be ready to break out at that point, you know, if we haven't already. So we are looking like, you know, just a week away, you know, from a potential opportunity for a breakout of this range. For the moment, we're still accumulating. So if you decide to accumulate here, which is the top, or wait till we break down, which we may not do, to this center range, I know it's not the center, or worst case scenario, come all the way down to revisit the wick low or the $40,000, which is all possible. This is all possible still. Then that is your provocative. You accumulate where you want. Okay, it is an accumulation range. You can do it at the top, you can do it at the middle, you can do it at the bottom. It's up to you. The idea is you accumulate in an accumulation zone, which is what this appears to be. So Bitcoin looking pretty good, I have to say, and very in fitting with the way that I said, what was it, 3 days ago? We're one tick away from the bottom, and I think that that's what we've got now. So one tick away from the bottom, we got that tick, and now we're essentially marking what could possibly be the bottom. And we will know that more if we break out of the 49,000 into the $50,000 zone and remain in this area. We can turn around and get super bullish once we start closing candles within this zone here, and once we break out of 57,500, then it will actually go onto another tear up. I would expect a very significant tear up at that point when Bitcoin goes super turbo bullish. Now, if we think about the way that the Bitcoin dominance chart is set up, we should be looking for at least just another anemic bounce from here. So yeah, whether it's Bitcoin outperform altcoins or Bitcoin come down and Bitcoins get, altcoins get trashed a little more, this is the area for that to happen, around 40% dominant. Okay, so we're already getting another bounce from here. But yeah, for those who are holding on to loads of altcoins, and I am one of you, yeah, there's lots of altcoins that I hold on to as well. You know, my opportunities to have bought them such low levels were taken up, so I'm not going to sell them when I got all these things, you know, at such low prices. I scale out, but there's a lot that I keep. So I'm with you on this one. I am in altcoins. The silver lining is that we do have a relatively decent fix on the way that this chart is essentially breaking down. And over time, it will probably break down below 40% dominant, and that will cause, I'm not going to call it an alt season, but a significant alt rally across the board. And I think the smaller to medium cap coins will be benefiting the most out of that. But that's enough of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's looking okay. So a little bit of time left to go, and everything's looking fine. So we'll look at XRP. So this is our XRP in this descending channel, right? And I made a few videos on this, including, there's one back here, the XRP Pump. The XRP is in a bullish formation, and you can even see from the little thumbnail that I put there, this is what we're expected to see from it. So you don't need to watch the video. The thumbnail says it all there. The XRP Pump is going to take place when we break out of this formation. So at the moment, yeah, we've held within the formation. We had a very significant area of support here that goes back a long time. Okay, so the breakout took place from this area, and we got lots of supports around this area. We also got the wick here from the pump group, and the top as well from the original, from the second pump from after the consolidation. So a very nice fix on there, so a good reaction from that. And also now we're out of this descending channel. So all of that is very bullish. We're now trying to reclaim the 200 exponential here, which again, might be a bit much to ask after it's done so much already. And also, there's another component to this, which is the airdrop, right? So XRP is doing a big airdrop. A lot of exchanges are now supporting that airdrop, and in true airdrop fashion, the second the snapshot is taken, the price is likely to dump. It doesn't really matter that much, though, I would say. So you're going to get volatility on this, and obviously you will see some severe dumpage take place for XRPs. My expectation is how these things normally work. So you'll get your pump, you'll get your dump as soon as the snapshot's taken. But in fitting with the way that this chart looks, very strong level of support. Even if we do come all the way down to 67 cents, which is, I wouldn't say unlikely. I think it's a very plausible area for it to dump down to those levels again. That would be the area to rebuy or to even long from, depending on the nature of the market, if the market is still healthy. So bit by bit, we'll work it out. But we've broken out, and now we're trying to push this level. Now, if we do break above the 200 exponential, we'll be putting ourselves up into these previous ranges, which is about $1.04, $1.05. That's where we're likely to head, on the immediate time frame. But because this has been such a quick turnaround for it, it will need to cool off. And obviously, I think a lot of this price action is driven not just from the TA, but from the anticipated snapshot for the airdrop. So just be prepared for further downside on that morning, or on that hour, or on that second that the snapshot's taken. Just be prepared for the inevitable dump, and then to, I suppose, pick it straight back up again, only if the market retains its health, which again at the moment looks perfectly healthy. Like when we had this mega dump a few weeks back, we anticipated that. We spoke about it on the Patreon. I even made a video. It was a segment from the Patreon live stream, which I don't do very often. I just didn't want people to feel like I was holding back some very vital information that we were expecting a drop like this. So there was a video about it. We got that video. We got that drop. Sorry, that was driven outside of the Bitcoin and crypto markets. That was all to do with a variety of different financial and traditional market reasons, right? Fear as well, and end of the tax year, all kinds of stuff, tapering. There was a whole range of reasons why that would happen. So we got it, and that happened. But the good thing was, I said, look, at the moment it's a very difficult trading environment. We're gonna have to wait for the dust to settle. But now that it has settled, we can start to look at charts again with a bit more clarity. Because sometimes you have to accept that charts aren't everything. They do serve a really valuable purpose. But sometimes you have to accept that they don't actually reference what's the biggest threat of the biggest dump. And likewise, the same thing with fundamentals. If you get something that suddenly something happens within a coin or a stock or a commodity or anything, then you can't account for that on the chart, and you just enjoy the pump. But you obviously will get that to the downside as well. So now we can start to look at charts with a bit more clarity, and that's what we're going to do again from now on. But a week or two ago, it was very difficult to try and navigate through the use of TA. I mean, you can get short-term time frame things, no problem. But until the longer-term time frames have settled, then we had to sit back, watch, and wait. So it's looking good. Bitcoin especially. Bitcoin is still the preferred. I'd say the preferred crypto asset at the moment. Things will be moving up and moving down all over the place, and I'm not saying that Bitcoin's the best. It's just currently it's the safest because it is the one that's determining the market's health. But aside from that, XRP is also doing what we wanted it to do, what we expected it to do, and it's doing it now. And I expect that if we do push up to $1.05, that's where a rejection would happen in the short term. Between now and the time for the airdrop, which is about, I think it's Christmas Eve, it might be Christmas Day, then we will get a dump from there. So things look good across the board. Things look good for XRP, things look good for Bitcoin, things look good for the market. But remember the measured move. We're not really looking for this to resolve massively until next year, to be honest. And with this airdrop, with this pump and dump, which is gonna happen, it's happening already. As in the pump style of it's happening now, and the dump is in the it's in the post to us, Then with or without that, I think the entire situation for an entire of crypto will resolve next year. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. For those who want to join the Patreon, I will be doing a live stream tonight, definitely. Things have been really hard over here because it's the first time I've been doing live streams, or trying to do, or failing to do them basically, with loads of my kids and family around, you know. So the Patreon wasn't around this time last year, but it is now. And there's some times where I find it's just basically impossible, when you're completely outnumbered with kids, to basically get them in bed at any time soon, when they're basically feasting on chocolate and all kinds of stuff throughout the day. But I will be doing it tonight. Childcare is all arranged. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.